All right. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Update here for Borderlands 4. Um, I found something very interesting. This is a Vladov assault rifle, but it rolled the shotgun attachment and Torgue stickies. I've actually never found this combo together before. I've found both separately, but in farming, I've actually never gotten both to drop together. Um, the damage roll is okay on that shotgun, but guys, this is a pretty powerful Torgue style weapon. Uh, Again, it's going to be complementing, my Balor here, but basically, what you can do with a build like this, and actually, before we go any further, I'm just going to do this here. Let's order them like this. Oh, whoops! Hold on, that was the wrong one. There we go. So the point of this is that, look, like you have a legendary here, right? The Rowan's Charge. Okay. This is also going to be pretty powerful with Torque stickies. However, um, because we have a shotgun, it's shooting 6 Torque pellets per shot, and the Vladov shotgun attachment has 14 shots. 14. Let me show you this. So unless you increase your ammo size, right? But this has 14 Torque sticky projectiles, shotgun projectiles. And the fire rate, it's semi-auto, but look at this fire rate. Look at this. That is not bad for all of that scalable damage. So it's actually a really powerful option. Of course, you need to find a gun like this with the right roll, but the whole point of Borderlands, when you guys are like trying to farm your good stuff, it's about finding the golden geese, right? You're trying to find the items and the rolls that are really hard to find. That's the whole appeal of endgame Borderlands. So with this, you're looking at, I mean, even the base mode, just firing an assault rifle of Torgue stickies, it's okay. Like, I'd rather go with the pure shotgun for mobbing. But what you can do with this is you can do your entire clip here of Torgue shotgun runs. I mean, the spread isn't that bad. They're pretty close there. And then you can actually just keep firing Torgue stickies for some extra damage. So right after you do the shotgun, I will just show this quickly, in case in case you haven't tested this before. So you got your underbarrel shotgun. There we go, 14 rounds. Do our rounds. If you're fighting the boss, and then you just keep firing. You store sticky, so the damage can continue, right? So it's actually a really cool option for Torgue builds. This is really good. Now, you of course want your Torgue, enhancement if you have one. You can get a purple one, will be just fine. Like, frankly, this one would actually be a little bit better if Boom Puppy rolled with just the pure damage one, which we can find it here. Actually, yeah, it's here. 25% damage, 100% damage radius. If it rolled Headringer instead of Boom Puppy, this would probably be a top tier. But even so, the fact that it rolled gun damage and crit damage together was really, really cool. A lot of legendary enhancements aren't that great, but this one is pretty damn good. And frankly, the air burst can help with mobbing, and so this is a very nice enhancement. So just to show you, and while I'm here, it's like, hey, I guess I'll just farm for some watts for dinner rolls. Who knows? Maybe we'll get the 150 amp damage shield, which that would be incredible. That is the best item in the game, I would argue, because it makes every build so much better when you get the triple amp damage on that watts for dinner. It's I don't have it. I have 50. Yeah, I'll take 100. But yeah, we'll just play around here, a little bit of farming, and just using this new setup here for the Torgue build. Did I spawn him? I did not. You know what? We're gonna SD for that. Goodbye. Take my sacrificial death. Thank you. Thank you. As I'm talking away and not actually spawning the boss, which always happens.
Could have been worse.
Alright, shotgun selected. Okay. Cool. Alright. Keep our distance a little bit closer if we can. So, with this, I'm missing a little bit here. There we go. Alright. So, like, that's kind of what you're looking at. It's still same old trigger finger. We're not changing anything. You don't have to use trigger finger, but frankly, it does help get those explosions off a little bit quicker, and that is what gets you the boss kill speed faster, right? So it's still good to use trigger finger while hip firing. So, I mean, hey, you know, that's not bad, right? What would make this build even a little bit better? I would argue... I mean, I have Daddy-O on this, which, of course, is not giving me any extra damage. I'd want Air Burst on this thing. And actually, I might be able... I think this rolled with Daddy-O. Yeah, it did. So I could probably try to get Air Burst on that or something like, you know, useful. Something helpful. But it's still fine. Like, we're doing just fine. All right. Under barrel shotgun selected. There we go. So for me, the fun part of Borderlands is when you get to the end game and you start finding purples and rare guns that are really powerful for your build, that are very effective. That is the replayability feature that I'm always keen on. So there we go. You know, a little bit of gun switching there to try to get those explosions off a little bit faster. I would argue that this is... but this is the most efficient boss killer I have right now. I mean, I think pound for pound, my Jacobs shotgun does more per hit damage. But I was testing this on the dummies. I was getting Torgue sticky crits of 500k. And remember, there's 6 of them. So, like, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. For a 50% amp watts too, so you know we could scale that even higher. So that's pretty impressive. First sticky. There we go. Yeah, just like that. So you do some extra shots. You switch out your gun. You get some extra Torgue explosions to go off, and then you switch it out. So you can proc all those little extra. Just, you know, an extra second or so on the kill. But, yeah, this is like a super cool build, a super cool gun for the Torgue style. You know, it's pretty good at mobbing. Like, even the basic mode here, it's not bad. I probably, though, I'm going to say, like, my ×10 Jacob shotgun, this thing, even though the fire rate's trash, it just, with the ricochets... It's ridiculous. I mean, the shotgun is nuts. But I think for bossing, this might be the most convenient option.
Bye-bye now.
I really hope that they do a nice big update on that raid. I am looking forward to it. I hope that we get something juicy. There we go. Like, I really do hope that it's not a Watts amp for dinner. It's a shitty Cowzen. Interesting. Wait a minute. It's not a Cowzen. It is a Katagawa's. Yep. And it's a shitty Katagawa's, and we're going to forget about that. I mean, that gun's really easy to farm. You're going to drop a Katagawa's before you're going to drop a Watts for dinner? Thanks. I wish those flint guns were more impactful. It's kind of an interesting idea, like you're shooting gun barrels at the enemy. It's pretty cool. But in practice, having an a shotgun, sticky shotgun underbarrel attachment is way better. Way better. But again, like just the fact that these Vladov rifles have 14 rounds, and if you can increase them with magazine size. So just be aware of that. You could get more shots off. Like I could actually invest some points back in. I'm going full green again. I've tested out other trees. There's just nothing that comes close. Like green tree stomps the other trees, especially red tree, out of the water. But like you can get the magazine size for this, and so you might say it could help to get those extra 2 or maybe even 3 shots off if you're investing. But look at the results for yourself. It's not like a requirement, and this gun is fantastic for the Torgue style. It's really cool. If this rolled Jacobs, it would be god tier. Like that's the only thing it doesn't have that would make it. I think I missed some of those shots. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is a great fucking bosser, man. This is a great gun. The combo is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now, all we need is for Mr. Torgue to come back in the first DLC. And, bring back Mose and Flack. Why not? Bring them back too, and Mr. Torgue. There we go. I'll take that. You got, Iron Bear shooting out missiles, and you got Flack with his beasts, and you got Mr. Torgue just yelling in the background, "More explosions, man!" Borderlands definitely does have its own humor style. That is irrefutable. I kind of screwed that one up. That's okay. I'm just gonna have a bunch of loot drop. We'll check it out later. I'm just seeing if he drops a goddamn amp. A watch for dinner. I have not gotten a good Maurice machine, really. So, I haven't gotten some lucky sun guns got, watch for dinner Maurice machines. I'm finding guns the old-fashioned way. I'm finding stuff mostly through farming. So it is what it is. You'll see a showcase of this and go, "Oh, I wish I had that." Well, yeah, you've got to farm. But yeah, I wish I could get a watch for dinner and Maurice. Maybe after the DLC, a little level increase. Maybe turned around the other direction. That's interesting. Nope, no other legendaries. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for your contributions. We really appreciate it. Thanks, man. Let's see, guys. Can we get a watch for dinner to drop? I don't know. All right, there we go. Yeah. This is probably numero uno for bossing. With this style of build, this is fantastic. This is really efficient. It's really clean. It's easy. I'll show you guys the shotgun once again, just for a reminder. What's this? 4%. Oh, if only you rolled a shotgun attachment, my boy. Oh, well. Like, if you could home that Atlas in to the crit spot, and all the Torgues hit the crit spot exactly, but it's in practice just not worth it. Too bad. A spread launcher gun. There we go. I have a better one, so not necessary. You know. Anything decent here? Anything interesting as we're looking at, purple guns, rare guns? Splash damage, mag size, equip speed. Fuck the equip speed. 17% radiation gyrojets, huh? If you roll the shotgun in hand, a dataless shotgun, I would have picked you up, but you didn't. Sorry. You have to roll the dataless shotgun for me to care. That's basically the requirement for that stuff. So. All right, trash. Oh, really, really trash. Yes. Is Borderlands 4 going to fail like Wonderlands? I'm going to look at guys. I'm going to just pause for a second and ask that question while we're making this video here. Is this game going to dry out like Wonderlands did? I didn't play Wonderlands. I didn't play Wonderlands because, let me be frank with you guys, I played Borderlands 3 like a crack addict, okay? But eventually, it started to wear on me. It started to wear on me because the allure of Borderlands 3 was that it was very flexible. It was easy to, like, get the gear for your character. The drop rates were nuts. Like, you could still find some rare stuff, but like purples were trash except for rocket launchers, and a couple of grenades at periods of the game were really good, but they started just making it all about a handful of items, like certain legendaries that just broke the game, and it was just the flavor of the week item that dominated the meta. Like right now it's the bod. So just to give you like some context, right? The bod is the best gun in the game all around. If you get the gyrojet, it's even better for bossing because you stick the sticky style build. But as you're seeing, I just found another bossing gun that's a purple, and it's really not that bad. And to Borderlands 4's credit, this mix and match item system where you have different parts, even at like at purple rarity, this is allowing us to find good weapons in the purple tier without just using the flavor of the week legendary item. So world farming is still valuable because these are not dropped by bosses. These are just random drops you find out in the world. I killed a badass enemy and I found this, right? And so the point is that must still remain. Even if we get more levels, we get new legendaries, the fact that these damage rolls, these results happen at rare tier, this is important. This is important for the health of the game because we want both. We want, hey, I want my bod build, I want to follow the streamer and what they do, but I found this really crazy random world drop and it's really powerful, and it's wow, with my build it's really good. And the two have to remain valid throughout the lifespan of this game. The problem is, are we going to get content at a frequency where we can push the builds that we have using either the build of the week or random world drops making my builds really powerful, and it's like both are good. So how are they going to push our builds to that level? Historically, they've upped difficulty and focused on, only the best items doing well at those difficulties. And then other builds just fall off the map. Like, you wouldn't use a purple gun in Borderlands 3, really, unless it was a rocket launcher, like I said earlier. Like, it was legendary day. Borderlands 3 was all about legendaries. I missed so many of my shots there. It sucked. But, just... So, like, is that good? Is that bad? Like, the point is, The content has to make us want to use our guns, and we also need to have a system where rare guns and legendary guns can coexist together. World drops and dedicated drops have to be rewarding at different intervals. So far, I have to say, the loot system of Borderlands 4 overall is above Borderlands 3. Like, no question. The part system dunks on the anointment system. The anointment system was garbage. I don't care what anyone says. The legendaries, you had one roll on the legendary that mattered, and there was only one. Like the amp watts for dinner, you can still get a lower rolled one, but you also get something else perhaps, and it's still good. Like I get 50% amp damage, and then, I also, on mine, I got trigger happy, which, doesn't really help me that much, but it's something. Like in a pinch, this could help me get my Torgue stickies off. So it's not nothing. In Borderlands 3, if you didn't have the exact anointment, you didn't want the item. And they learned that lesson. They absolutely did their homework, which one thing I want to clarify, I think that's a very high kinetic roll for a Malawan. That's a really high, 7,000? Am I crazy? Is that really high? 7,000. Huh? I wish I gave a shit because, look at this shock damage. 22,000 shock damage? Is that what's rolling that number so high? That's a lot of fucking damage. 22,000 a second. If you scale into shock, imagine doing like 300k a second with shock. Shields are gone. That's intriguing to me. I bet it's trash, but I'm kind of interested. Now the question is here's a gun. I really don't want to get rid of this because here's a look. Okay, so this sniper here has Mellow has 22,000. It has a 26% chance, and you can fire a shotgun round. This has a 22,000 damage with a Torgue gyrojet, so there's an AoE to this gun too. I'm really interested in that. So this is kind of garbage. Why do I even have that? I had the missile swarm, which, okay, maybe, yeah, but you'd probably just use you'd probably at that point just use I'm interested in that. Now, I want to inspect it. See, I'm showing you live, while I'm making this, what Borderlands is all about. You find items and you're like, is that good? 225, huh? Huh. That shock damage is nuts. It really is. Ooh. Harlow style, but okay. So if you get your shock chance up and you invest in a shock build, for example, and you maybe let's put the war paint on here. What's the fire rate like with this? It fires very slow. So but 22,000 damage a second. Shields are erased. Gone. They're completely gone when it's like that and you're building around shock. So that's interesting. No, I'm not built into shock at all. Let's see if this can damage Origo, because Origo is vulnerable to shock. Um, I am not built into this, so just again remember that like this is gonna suck. But I'm curious, and I'm not like really procking the shock chance per second. Huh. Okay, let's do this. Huh. We have to do semi-auto? Yeah, you can do semi-auto. Whoops. No investment. Hey, it doesn't oh, there's a firing range to it. I bet this thing could erase health bars. This is it's interesting. It's like it's the Torgue as well. Like so now you can invest in Torgue style like this air burst, right? So you're going into shock damage, but you're also going into Torgue and having AoEs going off. It's not great for this character, right? But like if each one of these could one shot a mob for mobbing purposes, that's interesting. If you proc that shit, that's really intriguing to me. Um, we'll see if this if we can find a replacement for this or if this is just trash. But hey, let's try the Queen's Gambit here. Here, okay, we'll switch here. No, I can't get the full build going. Get the shield back, please. Oh, too bad. Are your little guys around? Yeah, they are. There we go. I don't have my action skill, so it's not going to be nearly as good. All right, let's get my real killer out here. The ×10 Jacob shotgun with stickies. We'll just end this fight very quickly. Look at this. Yeah, this thing is ridiculous. So, yeah. I wanted to try that. What the hell is this? Is that shotgun? Well, it is a shotgun. SMG with Jacobs and 12 shots and a 1.2 fire rate. So here's the problem with this. I have a bod just like this. And it's a bod, so it's a lot better. All right. We'll use the shotgun now and compare to the assault rifle. This ×10 Jacobs is it's absurd. Let's get a couple of shots off and see how it compares to the assault rifle. But I can tell you that this will do just fine. If I can hit my shots, of course. Oh, I screwed up. No, I messed up. I did one less. So, actually, guys, no. Not at all. First of all, I got rid of this by mistake. No, actually. This performs better than this. This is better for bossing. Um, if you have like maybe a slightly higher health bar ceiling, this is going to go off crazy. In fact, now my brain is really moving here because we have my three favorite purples right here, the Torgue purples. So I got my really crazy shotgun Torgue here with massive damage numbers. I have my ×10 Jacob shotgun with Torgue, and I have this with Torgue. These are my three favorite items in the game, basically. This is simply better. with that shotgun into the Torgue scaling. I'm interested by that. What's this? Fuck. A linebacker, huh? I already have a linebacker, but that's interesting. So this son of a bitch has dropped 2 world drops before dropping a Watts for dinner. What the fuck is your problem, dude? What happened? Actually, typically the drop rates aren't that bad for a Watts for dinner for me. Maybe the devs changed it. Maybe Gearbox said, hey, this is the best shield in the game, obviously. Let's nerf it, shadow nerf it. They'll never know. What? 2 world drops before a Watts for dinner? Come on, man. All right, let's try the Mega Man gun here. Let's give it a whirl. This has the highest sheet DPS of any Torgue I've ever found, so Torgue Sticky's activated. This is a great little gun right here. You just gotta fire enough times on the boss. Let's test it out. Oh, oh, God, get out of here. Holy shit. Well, that was impressive. That was very impressive. Like with the assault rifle, you fire the shotgun off, you're starting the chain reactions. You can see that this gun simply does more instant damage. Like per shot, this thing gets off crazy numbers. Let's do one more for comparison again. Actually, let's go back to the Jacobs here. All right. That off. So, all right. I am going to say that this right here, the Tempting Rider, has the highest damage potential, highest damage threshold for a Torgue gun. Like right here, this is nuts. This thing is crazy. I would say for mobbing, the Panicking Balor might be king, and it's still very good for bossing. But I'm going to do it one more time. The shotgun of the assault rifle is very consistent. I just like how it fires like very quickly. The spread is very forgiving, and then you can keep shooting the main gun. It works very well. Let's just do it again for a comparison here, and we're recording so we can kind of, we'll capture some damage numbers on screen. Let's do that. Underbarrel shotgun equipped. Okay. So, I mean, there we go. It's like, pick your poison. And he even tried to fly away there. Like, yeah, all of them boss really well. And, I think the point is, which one do you prefer? This one is probably the most, convenient to use. Like, I just feel like it's easy to get those shotgun shots off. You keep firing afterward. So in certain situations, the sustained damage of this gun and the shotgun is probably reliable if we get harder bosses, perhaps, because you can keep firing the main gun and get even more damage off. Like if the damage of these shotguns gets outpaced at some point, the issue is you're reloading the damage. You get the stickies off with Witchy Finger, and then you have to reload. And that's it. Like you have that, 1 to 2 second period where there's no extra damage going off. Meanwhile, here you're actually getting more damage off immediately after you use the shotgun. So I think there's a place for all three of these, but in terms of like my collection, you're looking at my three favorite guns right now. I'm a Torgue guy. Like, this is my build. It works numerically better than anything else for Vex. Like, there's nothing, in my opinion, no crit knife needed, just some Deadeye, a good enhancement, a good Torgue enhancement, and you're off to the races. Uh, I think that was a good test of all three, but they all have their place. I love all of them. So until we get a level increase, these are my guns.